What is up guys, Jarv here, back on Planet Destiny, and today Bungie have released a blog post going into further details of Destiny 2 in Year 3. So this includes details about Shadowkeep, Season of the Undying, how seasons will work in D2 Year 3, a new progression system, and a seasonal battle pass. So make sure to stick around and check it out. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps us out here on the channel. And if you're brand new here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. Without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. So Luke kicks off this blog post with an overview of what to expect on October 1st. So we expect to see a Rise of Iron sized expansion where we'll get to explore the moon and see how this has evolved since we were last there. We can expect to see overhauls to key game systems such as armor, which will give us more choices on how we look and how we play. An evolution to the game difficulty system, starting with changes to nightfall strikes, as well as features that make it easier to play with friends. Year 3 will have 4 fully supported seasons of content, but this year you can opt into each season for $10. You won't have to pay up front for the entire year of content, similar to the Forsaken annual pass. With each new season in Destiny, we want players to feel that they, as a community, are contributing to Destiny's evolving world. Each season in Destiny has to ride the line between delivering self-contained, season-long world arcs and making the handoff to the next season. Together, seasons move the Destiny universe forward. In Season of the Undying, the portal to the Black Garden has opened and the Vex are now pouring across the surface of the moon and across the solar system. And by the end of the season, the portals will close and the world state will change, and the seasonal activity connected to it will go away. This will be just in time for Redacted to kick off the start of Season 9, which is Season of Dawn. Everyone who plays Destiny will be able to see how the world is different and changing from season to season. Those with the season pass will be able to play a seasonal match-made activity within the Black Garden for that extra level of sweet gear, but the goal is that everyone will be involved with how the world changes. And at the end of the season, your collective actions will have caused the world state to change, and the seasonal activity connected to those will go away. Doing this allows us to evolve the world narratively, but potentially physically as well. It is not possible to keep Destiny frozen in a place to allow all activities to live forever while changing the world in meaningful ways. This strategy allows our team to be agile and innovative. We believe that Destiny will grow even better when the world state can change, and that the best Destiny stories are the ones where you had to be there when. So all in all, some really interesting stuff, and it starts to lean on some of the technical limitations that Luke touched upon in his director's cut. And it just goes to show how having rolling seasons will help push not just the content within the game forward, but also the narrative as well. So Luke goes on to say that while events and activities in the world will come and go as the world evolves, weapons critical to the meta will not be locked in each season for new players, or for players who missed a season. So legendaries and exotics you need to stay competitive will be re-enabled in the future, although not always immediately after the season ends. So with this we get a feel for how events and activities will come and go moving forward, and that rewards from those events will still be earnable in future, but by alternative sources. So while leveling up and unlocking mods, you'll also increase the power of your artifact, which will continue increasing to the end of the season. And yes, there is absolutely no cap on that. The artifact's power adds directly to your overall power and is account wide, and they talk about us wanting to date new builds and not wanting us to get hitched in a forever combat ecosystem. Luke goes on to remind us that seasonal artifacts and mods will go away at the end of each season, and the new season will bring a new artifact with new mods and a new pursuit for power. This will allow the studio to balance bolder choices for each season within the sandbox, and if they get it wrong, then they can ride it out and make changes from season to season, which is already more regularly than we've seen previously. So that summarises how seasons will play out, and the first pursuit of the new season, the seasonal artifact. Now they go on to talk about the second new pursuit, which is a seasonal pass rank. Now this is essentially a battle pass, but for Destiny 2. So let's take a look. So they start off by saying that they want each season to have multiple complementary reward sources, because we all play Destiny differently and we want to be able to customize our guardians the way that we want to. And they want us to continue to have RNG rewards as part of those activities, but they also want to add a direct track of rewards each season that we can progress each evening. Season ranks are kind of like a build for playing a season of Destiny. You grab bounties, you do strikes, you complete weekly challenges, and these are straightforward ways to unlock season pass ranks when you don't have the time to arrange a raid group or check Google for the right strategies to solve a problem, or gamble against RNG. The ranks help our friends in the community who have families or full-time jobs or in the final days at college. Sometimes you want to just log in, grab some bounties, shoot some aliens, earn XP and chill with your friends. That's why we've added 100 ranks to each season, with free and premium track rewards plus a UX design that's intuitive and familiar if you play other games, but unlike those other games, you'll make progress by earning XP doing the things that you're already doing in Destiny, defeating monsters, completing bounties and activities. This is about adding an additive layer of predictable rewards just for playing the game. So with all this context, let's look at what a Season Pass owner gets in Season of the Undying. The Season Pass owners get access to new seasonal activities. One's called the Vex Offensive, and that includes 4 legendary weapon drops, additional weekly and daily bounties, additional weekly challenges with powerful rewards, a new weapon for an exotic bow, Leviathan's Breath, exclusive to Season Pass owners, a new exotic hand cannon, Ariana's Vow, which is rewarded on rank 35 if you're on the free track, and awarded on rank 1 if you're on the premium track seasonal rank. So just to summarise the difference between the free track and the premium tracks, the free track is free content which is available to all players, and then the premium track is for all players who have purchased that particular season or the entire seasonal pass. As well as this though, there are 3 seasonal legendary armour sets, one for each class. You can collect and complete the entire set in the first 25 ranks of the free track, and on the premium track you'll get all 3 sets at rank 1. These will also drop within the Vex Offensive seasonal activity, so if you want other versions with higher stat tiers, you'll need to play the Vex Offensive to earn them. And finally, some additional premium track rewards, so you get 3 Universal Ornament armor sets, again one for each class, an exotic weapon ornament for Ariana's Vow, 2 legendary weapon ornaments, a new finisher, an exotic emote, and an exotic ship as well. So all in all, quite a comprehensive battle pass in terms of how it's going to play out across the entire season from ranks 1 to 100, but obviously it gives us a predictable path to unlocking content, which is something we've not experienced before in Destiny, and it will respect your time that you invest, whether you can invest in a raid or whether you can only jump on for a few hours and do some strikes and bounties. But definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, guys. Now they go on to say that some other games let players buy every rank when the season begins, but in Destiny we want your time spent playing the game to matter. We want the first players to unlock a bunch of sweet gear, to have unlocked it through play, not pay. But again, everyone plays Destiny 2 differently, and based on how you play, 100 ranks is going to be cleared in the season, but not all of you will have the time. To solve how our community plays Destiny, we're planning on allowing season ranks to be purchased as a catch-up mechanic late in the season. They're going to wait and see how we engage with the season ranks to make sure it's well tuned before determining exactly when they'll unlock it. Now, Season of the Undying will run for 10 weeks, and it's currently looking that they'll enable that somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks before the end of the season. And in the same way they'll be providing seasonal catch-ups for power, they're providing a late in-season rank catch-up system, which seems to make sense. So this initial version is their starting point, and the way they've designed seasons moving forward means they'll have more flexibility to tune how this will work once Season of the Undying ends. Now the seasonal rank itself will go away at the end of the season. A new season of ranks and rewards will take its place. Unlike our seasonal activities, we don't want important gameplay focused rewards to be inaccessible to players who have missed a season, so any legendary or exotic weapons introduced in a season pass will be obtainable in future seasons. Those coveted rewards won't be available immediately, but it won't be longer than 6 months either, and they'll share more details with us soon. Now from here the blog post goes to break down New Light, Shadowkeep and the Season of the Undying, and all the content that will be available to all players. If you want to take a look at that in more detail though, I'll leave the link to that post in the video description below. Now from here he goes on to wrap up a few things. Now season passes in year 3 will in some ways feel very new, but in other ways feel very familiar to the Forsaken annual pass experience. Our intent is that season pass mechanics, as we're aligning everything into a single evolving world and how we're moving forward with Destiny's story in a meaningful way, are additive to the core Destiny experience. It's an evolution and an experiment, and some of the things that we've been seeing lately, they'll continue to be agile and make the best decisions for the game. So there we have it guys, a full breakdown of Luke's blog post earlier today, summarising Shadowkeep, Season of the Undying the new Battle Pass Season Pass system, and also the artifact itself. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below. That super helps us out here on the channel. And if you're brand new here and want to keep up to date with the latest Destiny 2 content, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always, guys, but I will catch you all again very soon. Peace.